Hey there everybody, how's it going? So this is a really super wide angle because I'm in the darkroom and the darkroom's a little tight. Has technology really improved anything? This is my Bessler 45 enlarger, and behind it, this is a 1940s technology Aristo cold light head. There you go, it's a fluorescent tube. And that's great. And I also have the condenser, and the condenser is probably 1930s technology. And all that takes is a light bulb. So with the light bulb, I can make enlargements. And you know, I'm not against technology, but very little technology actually improves your life. And I think I'm finding as I get older that a lot of the technology just makes my life a lot more complicated, which is fine if it allows me to do things that I couldn't do without it. Like, for example, video. Like, a video is very complicated, but I can get 4K cinematic video and put it on YouTube. Now, that's technology. It definitely makes my life more complicated, but gives me a lot of capability, right? Okay, that's fine. In the darkroom and in photography, not so much. But there are a few places where, well, I should take that back. In the darkroom, there's some technology that really makes life better. This is a Smith Victor copy stand, and this is my old Intrepid 4x5. And the weak point in the Smith Victor copy stand, if you're going to get one of these, it's relatively inexpensive, about 300 bucks. The weak point is the bracket that holds the camera on over here. And I got some joist braces, and I sandwiched two of them together and bolted them together and then drilled them. And that works a lot better. So, the Intrepid 4x5 is a viable enlarger. It really is. But I would highly recommend this gizmo. And this is the Parallel by Versalab. And what this is, because aligning this thing is the problem. And you have pretty much every time you touch it, you have to realign it. Like I messed with it and moved the back, and so now I have to realign that. But the good news is it's very easy to do. So let me show you how this works. That's the light source. And it's a diffusion light source. That's a negative carrier for 6x6. So you take the lens off. You take this piece of glass here that they supply. And it is a piece of glass. I mean, I guess it could have been plastic. I'm not sure why they had to use glass. But it's a very thin sheet of glass. Just pop that on your negative carrier. Take the parallel unit, which is actually a laser that's calibrated. Turn that on, and you can see the reflection coming back down. That's not too bad. And you just move things till the two dots, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you get the two dots really close. You can obsess about it and get them lined up perfectly, but I have a feeling that I haven't tested this yet, but I have a feeling that anything within the white circle is probably pretty good, or a lot closer than you're going to be able to get with bubble levels. Well, there it is. That's perfect right there. So turn that off, take your glass off, and then you got to be careful you don't knock the camera out of alignment. But that's that. And then they give you two little pieces of glass with a rubber band deal that you attach the piece of glass to the front of your lens and do the same thing and adjust your lens stage. And you get really very close to perfect alignment, which is an amazing thing. And I'll do that later because for some reason when you're on video you can never do anything. Like nothing works. But I can put if I turn the camera off, I can pop the lens on in 5 seconds. But if I want to do it on video, I'll be fumbling here for like a minute. So anyway, the lens goes up in there and you do the same thing. But this is, if you're going to use an Intrepid camera for an enlarger, and why use an Intrepid camera for an enlarger when I've got the Bestler 45 right next to me. And the answer is the Bestler 45. It's the light source. It's this is a variable contrast head, and this will light up yellow or blue or varying shades in between and give me the variable contrast paper grades. And you just dial them, and it's fast and it's easy. So there's technology, while it works, that works in a darkroom. Now, do you see how technology makes its own problems, in the sense that when we used to have graded papers, when you used to be able to buy graded papers, all you needed was 1, 2, and 3, and a box of 4 and a box of 0. And the box of 4 and a box of 0 probably lasts you your whole life. And the 1, 2, and 3 was where 2 and 3 was probably where you were hanging out, depending upon, you know. But all you needed was a condenser enlarger with a light bulb. You didn't need any filtration. All right. But along came variable contrast papers, and now that's all you can get, pretty much. And now you needed a variable contrast light source, which created a whole new level of complexity in the darkroom. Once you get it dialed in, that's great. But until you get it dialed in, like, you got, you know, in the sense that, like, with the filters are a pain in the butt. All right. And I have the filters for, because I even need them with this Aristo light source. But multi-grade papers, unless you have a variable contrast head, are kind of a pain in the butt. With graded papers, it's like you print on 2. If that's not good enough, you print on 3. You know, if you want more, you print on 4. I don't know. Once you get the multi-grade papers dialed in, it makes life, then it's great, because you have one kind of paper and you can get all the grades out of it, and you can do halftones and split printing and all this nonsense. But I find that that straight printing is pretty much good for, you know, people get so fancy, and it's like, you know, just print the thing, all right? I mean, so there's a place for fancy, but if all your photographs require super fancy printing, you're screwing up your negatives. And so, you know, I mean, you know, it should be, you know, 1 in 10, maybe 1 in 20 negatives need, like, some kind of fancy printing. That's just my opinion. So, so that's that. I got my sink over here. I got the ventilation going. Can you see all that? Well, you can't see my hand. So I got my sink back here, over here, and the ventilation working. And so my darkroom is pretty much operational now, except for I need to gaff tape the window a bit. I've got some light leaks on the window, which I just haven't gotten to it yet. The other window is fine. So yeah, darkroom with 2 windows in it, that's helpful. But you take the space you can get. So so yeah, highly recommend the Parallel by Versalab. They're about $200, worth every penny. It's one of those gizmos that you just, you know, it's a lot of money, but if you're going to do it right. And that's one of the ways that makes your life just so much easier. Another thing that made my life a lot easier was this. I picked this up off of eBay, and this is brand new pretty much. I mean, it's 40, 50 years old, but it's brand new. The microsite, enlarger grain, 25 power. And yeah, this thing is the business. So now there's no excuse for not having a sharp print. This thing is like, it's just like, bam. There's no, many times I got this other thing, this magnesite, and with this thing, it's like, is it? With this, it's just, bam, that's in focus. I mean, you just know. And I like the certainty, the confidence level with this. This thing's wonderful. So another darkroom tip is I highly recommend getting some of those LED lights, the strip lights. You get them at Walmart. Very inexpensive. Something like this. And you put those up on a wall. You set them to red, and you turn down the luminosity. You turn down the light level, and they work great as safe lights because they really are red. I mean, that's scientifically LED red, so good stuff. Very inexpensive, safe light, $5 for that. Any other tips I got for you? Well, that's about it for now, but that's what I've been doing in the darkroom. And this parallel by VersaLab really has made the difference in terms of it takes you like a minute to do something that normally takes you like half an hour with a very low confidence, and this takes a minute with very high confidence. That's a great thing. So yeah, there it is. And that's what I got going on. Patreon, you can join for free. You can be a supporting member, which is awesome. And thank you so much to my supporting members. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like this kind of content and other kinds of content and whatever content you've seen on my channel. And my book, Painter Passing Through, is selling very well. Really excited about that. People seem to really enjoy the book. Thank you so much from the feedback I've gotten. And I'm working on the ebook. Christmas, the holiday season has been kind of wild. I don't think I've been home one weekend this month. But I'm working on the ebook, and I will get that for download to anyone who bought the book shortly. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you out there, or we'll see you in the darkroom. Have a great one. Bye.